Why are you nodding? You always say hi.
I thought you were gonna go welcome to Laura's correction
Oh,
corner.
okay. I got it. But what is it? I don't remember what we called it because remember I was going to call it one thing.
Expansion.
Expansion corner. There you go. Because I was going to call it elaboration corner
Yeah.
again. Expansion corner. That's perfect. Okay. Yeah, I have three this time from last week. Um, like
Expansion
always
on topics
on
after you thought
topics.
about them.
Yeah, because okay, I'll just go into it. So one was tryptophan in turkey.
Okay.
Remember we were
Yeah.
talking about how turkey doesn't actually make you sleepy, and I was like, tryptophan helps you make serotonin, right? And then you're like melatonin. And I was like, oh, well, I know serotonin helps you make melatonin, so I had to look it up because this is good for me too because I like to know
Yeah.
these things and then I
I
will
know what you
remember
mean.
it. Now that now that I'm talking about it now, and I had to like research this, I
Hmm.
will remember this from now on. But yes, tryptophan is used to synthesize serotonin, and serotonin is used to make melatonin. So that's like the
Ah,
path. So
got
it's
it.
what goes from one to the other to the other. Yeah. So so you can say that tryptophan is going to help you make melatonin because you need it to make this serotonin. Then serotonin is needed to make the melatonin. So if you're eating turkey, it can, I guess, increase your serotonin, which is going to help you feel more relaxed and happy, right?
Yeah, but
Serotonin.
again, turkey doesn't have that much tryptophan in it.
I mean, it does have it in there. It's just not the highest of all things. It's just the fact that people are like, it's going to make you tired. It doesn't make you tired. Like,
Right.
if it's going to make you, if you're going to make serotonin, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to make melatonin as soon as that happens because it's
Yeah.
only going to be made when it's needed, right? It's going to happen at nighttime. You
Don't
have
eat turkey for
serotonin.
lunch because
Yeah,
then your body clock will be all off.
because you have serotonin running through your body. It's in your gut mostly. I think 90% of it's in your gut through your body, all the time. It doesn't just all of a sudden. Anyway,
Yeah.
I think serotonin is probably a neurotransmitter that I am deficient in. Like my body doesn't make it right or regulate. I don't know. Like I don't think I have enough serotonin in my body. That's why I'm always so anxious. People with high anxiety generally have low serotonin. Also, people with fibromyalgia, there's a correlation. People with fibromyalgia and low
Mm.
serotonin. Serotonin helps you with like pain regulation, which would make sense with like people with fibromyalgia, right? Because it's like your pain, like I don't know what you call them, like sensors basically are all over the place, right? Um, it also helps you with appetite and regulating your appetite,
Hmm.
which I need that also because I'm always hungry, especially especially carbs. Like so, if you're low in serotonin, you're more likely to crave carbohydrates. And I think carbohydrates. I say it that way. That's just the way I say.
Carbohydrates.
That's just the way I say it. And it might be because carbs help you make serotonin, like not directly, but when you eat carbs, it does something where it makes the path way easier for the tryptophan to get to your brain.
Hmm.
Probably has something to do with insulin or something. So when you eat carbs, it can help raise your serotonin. It also helps with memory and impulse control, and
So
what else? What
you need
else?
more serotonin. You should eat more
Yeah,
tryptophan.
yeah, digestion. Yeah. It's like I need to eat more turkey, is what I'm saying,
But I
or
think chicken's higher in tryptophan than turkey is.
probably,
Yeah.
probably, yeah. Yeah, I do eat more chicken anyway. Anyway, so that's correction or expansion
Expansion.
corner number one, and
Expansion number one, right?
it actually wasn't a correction because I was correct. I just had to make sure and
Yeah.
elaborate a little bit
And
more
then you expanded, right?
and expanded. Uh,
Elaboration, that would be good. Your elaboration corner.
yeah, that's
Wait,
what
is
I
that what we
was.
said before? Oh, okay.
No,
That was
that's
what
what
we
I
was.
said, but expansion sounds
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Number two.
Two was beets. Remember, you were
Yeah.
saying they were. What did you want to take? What did you want to eat for? Was it for fiber or something? What was the reason?
Potassium.
Potassium. Okay. Um, so I was talking about how they are good for pre-workout, right? And you were
Mm-hmm.
like, well, what else in it? And I said nitrates, I think, but I wasn't sure.
Uh-huh.
it is the nitrates. So beets are like pretty high in nitrates, and nitrates are like it like your body turns them into nitric oxide, which helps your blood vessels expand and relax. So basically, it's going to help you help with like blood flow and help deliver oxygen, and you're going to become more efficient at all of that.
Nice. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep chugging my beet juice.
So it's really good for to before like an endurance type
Yeah.
workout
Oh,
because
it's
it
funny
helps
because
with blood flow.
my husband will drink it, but it's when he takes his first sip, he always goes, "Ah, tastes like the ground." He says,
It does. It does. It kind of tastes like dirt in a way.
I don't think it does. It tastes like beets, and beets taste amazing, and it's very enjoyable
They do have like
experience.
a hint of like sugar in them, right? Like they are a
Yeah,
little sweet. They're tiny bit of
yeah,
sweet. Yeah.
yeah. I love beets.
So that was elaboration number two.
Okay.
Or expansion number two. Sorry, number three is you were talking about chai tea and drinking it at night, right? You were
Yeah,
saying
it's
that you
black
like to
tea.
drink. It's black tea,
Yeah.
and I wanted to give
Uh-huh.
the warning of like if you're sensitive to caffeine, probably not a good
Yeah,
idea to drink that at nighttime before you go to bed. But Jamie has no issues
I
with
don't.
caffeine. But even if you're not sensitive, like just normal people, you might not notice it when you drink it, but it might affect your sleep, right? So I generally have something like chamomile or something like that kind of tea at
How much
nighttime.
caffeine is in like a black tea?
Probably like 50 to 100 milligrams or something.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
It also has L-theanine in it, which can help you like level the like you have more like level energy, and that can help you relax and things too.
Yeah, it's about 50 milligrams of caffeine. Yeah, it doesn't affect me at all. It's just very
No,
lovely.
I can't even drink tea for that reason.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
It
like I
makes
said,
me.
it's very when I got the DNA testing back and it had like 3 levels of metabolizing caffeine.
Uh
And
huh.
I don't remember which one it is if you're a slow metabolizer or fast metabolizer. I think it's fast metabolizer of caffeine because I think it goes through you quickly so you don't notice it versus if
You,
you're slow metabolizer it
yeah,
affects you more.
You would be fast.
That's what I think. So
Yeah,
I was like on the I was like the third one, the fast metabolizers of caffeine. I was like, that's interesting. So there really is like things that you can see in somebody's like DNA and blood of like
that's
why.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be low. Like you're the
Yeah.
slowest. You're the
Yeah.
slowest at metabolizing this. Yeah,
Yeah. I
I'm
find that
not
very
efficient at
interesting.
that.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your expansions.
You're welcome. I like to make sure I'm truthful.
I feel like I have an expansion. My
Okay.
my my next thing is an expansion. So you know how we've talked I think a couple of times about the thermic effect of protein, right? How it's like 20 to 30%. And I think we brought up kind of recently how if you're drinking like a protein shake, it must not be as thermic as like chicken because it just goes through you so quickly. And it's probably like how hard it is for your body to break down. So I did some research on that, and it has like the way that your body breaks down food and its satiety actually doesn't have anything to do with its thermic effect. And actually, like whey protein powder mixed with water is just as thermic as like chicken. And here's the
Okay.
reason why. Yeah. So essentially, there's a couple of things. One is that your body has no way to store like super effective way to store amino acids, right? So
Mm-hmm.
whereas with carbs and fats your body can immediately just kind of take a very simple pathway to store it, with protein with amino acids they have to be broken down. So
Yeah.
breaking those down is one of the parts, and it
Okay.
has a nitrogen group. So it's the carbon skeleton of the protein and a nitrogen group. Like I don't understand chemistry, but that's what it is. And you can't really burn nitrogen for energy. But so before your body can use protein at all for any kind of fuel, it needs to break that down and take the nitrogen group and like filter it out through your liver and through your kidneys. So that has to happen no matter where it's coming from. And every one of those steps requires like enzymes and ATP and produces heat and carb in a way that carbs and fats don't need. So even when it's like rushing right through you and you're not feeling it, your body's still having to break those things down before it utilizes it, which is causing that higher thermic effect. And the reason why it's like 20 to 30% is depending on the makeup of the amino acids. So again, not exactly understanding fully why, but like the branch chain amino acids and especially leucine are closer on the higher end of the thermic effect versus like the 30%. Whereas if you're having more animal based or maybe not the branch chain, or depending on the makeup of the amino acids, is going to be on the lower end depending on what your body has to do to break that down. So
That's
I thought
very
that was
interesting.
very
And it makes so
interesting.
much sense.
Yeah, like I'm like, oh, duh. It doesn't
I,
actually have to do with how, because the other thing that has always kind of confused me that I never talked about is the order in which your body breaks, like digests things. So it digests carbs first, then protein, then fat, or like not the order, but more like how long it takes, right? To break those down. So fat, it takes your body the longest, which is partly why fat is so good for satiety, because it's in your body for a while, like slowly digesting. But I was like, then why is the thermic effect of protein higher when it's, digesting relatively quick? Like I was
yeah,
thinking they were the same, and it turns out they're not like linked at all.
that makes
So I thought that
sense.
was interesting. And then another reason why and I don't know if this actually goes into the thermic effect, but just what protein is used for once it's in your body. Like it's used for muscle repair, it's used for like the organ turnover and like cellular turnover and creation of ATP and all that stuff. That all further increases like energy expenditure after digestion. So I don't know if that has to do with that 20 to 30%, or if that's just like extra.
Yeah,
But yeah, so I thought that was very interesting.
that is
So
interesting. I
yeah, it
learned
can't be
something
stored.
today.
So, yeah, it can't be stored. It contains nitrogen
Yeah.
that has to be like broken down. It has to be oh, the other thing, it has to be like reassembled before use. So it's used for different things, and each use has to, it requires it to be break down and reassembled, which is a metabolically expensive process. Yeah, so it's fascinating.
Our
New,
bodies are so interesting.
yeah,
And I wonder how they figure this crap out. Like, who was
I
like,
know. Who's
this,
watching this?
yeah,
Does
like,
this
oh, there's
even
nitrogen.
exist?
The nitrogen needs it. Like, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that it couldn't be stored, but I didn't even think about that. Like, yeah, that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pat.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's like, oh, duh. It's kind of like, for me, it's like I'm reading one of my romance fantasy books, and
Hmm.
it's like a human girl, and she doesn't know that fae exist, and then she finds out that they do exist, and she's like, this must be not be real. That's how I feel. I feel like all of this stuff, it's like fae. Like, do they really exist? I
Yeah.
don't see them. Who's seeing these things that knows that they exist? Like, what is this? What is nitrogen? What are compounds? What is this?
Yeah, like who was like, oh, it's atoms. Atoms are like these small little things, and then they were like, oh no, you break it apart. There's even smaller things in there. How do you know that? How did you
How?
figure that out? How do you know what an electron is? How do you know what a proton is? What the hell? How do you know what mitochondria are? How? How did you
What is
figure
it?
that
I don't understand it at all.
out?
Like things
Mitochondria.
like light years, when they talk about like the length it takes when you turn on a light for them to see it because of the light waves, and that's what a light year is. Like if you turn on a light here, it would take 1 year to reach somebody on that planet to see it or whatever. What is a light wave? Like I don't understand. Like things that are invisible and I can't see it, I just like, it's not computing. This is fake. This is fiction. He made that up.
I saw a TikTok once where they were like, there was just two girls, and they kept going back and forth, and they were saying things like that. Like it was just random things that we just take as fact, but really, like, what is this? I have no
Who said?
idea.
Yeah. Why should I believe you? Why do I just... Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about like how to minimize the impact of like holiday calories, right?
Okay.
But I have one other interesting thing that
Okay.
I'm curious if you have any random thoughts on
All
before
right.
we go into that. So my husband, every once in a while, well, I won't even say it's every once in a while. I want to say it happens pretty often where he will get these blood sugar drops and get the shakes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's often enough, and it often happens like at a very inconvenient time. It's not like when we're just sitting down and watching TV. It's like when we're out on a walk and he's like, oh my God, I got to get home, I don't feel, or like during a workout and he's like, crap, what the hell. And it will be after I'll examine the last meal, and I'm like, it was protein, fats, and carbs, but usually high fiber, like he eats like me. And I'm like, I don't see any logical reason for you to have these blood sugar drops. It's really weird. So I started looking into it, and there's some people can overshoot insulin. So some people have a like a hot, like more sensitive insulin response. So they kind of overshoot insulin, which is pulling blood out of the sugar out of the bloodstream relatively quickly. That's what insulin does, right? But then when you move and you do exercise, whether it's walking or strength training or whatever it is, your body is then utilizing the sugar in the bloodstream. So if somebody is overshooting insulin and then they exercise, and it can lead to like that feeling. So like I said, it doesn't happen when he's sitting on the couch. Even if he has a slight overshoot in insulin, it's all right. Like his body handles it. But if he adds exercise or movement onto that, he'll like have this drop. And so we're trying to figure out like, well, what, because some of the things I see online say that it could be almost like a precursor to like insulin resistance. And I don't fully understand that part yet. Or it could not be. It could just be a random thing. And I was like, so has this happened? Because it's like, oh, it could be related to obesity. It could be related to all these things that don't actually match him.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm like, well, it could just be a thing. Like, has this always happened in your life? And he's like, yeah, randomly. Like, it's never, but pretty much all his life, he'll have phases where this happens more than others. And I don't know, I find it interesting. He's like, well, what can I do to stop him? Like, I don't even know. I think, normally it's good to go for a walk after you eat because you're
Yeah.
forcing your body to use the blood sugars in your blood, naturally. But for him, it's like, well, maybe you shouldn't eat right before you do any activity.
Yeah.
I don't
But
know. Do you have any
bodies are
thoughts on it?
like, I don't, I
Yeah.
haven't researched that at all, so I don't know. But I like same thing. Like all of our bodies are unique and weird, and some of them don't
Yeah.
function the way they're supposed to. Like I really like for me, like I
That's
said, I probably
exactly.
don't make serotonin correctly. You know,
Yeah.
he his insulin doesn't work properly. It's
Because
not.
when I'm examining it and thinking about it and trying to like figure out why that would happen, I'm looking at it from just like the factual pieces that I know. It's like, well, what causes blood sugar drops?
Mhm.
This, thinking about the way that you ate your meal, blah blah blah. Well, you're having all the right things. Because then when you look it up, like, I got the shakes. What is it? And it's like, oh, did you eat a lot of highly processed carbs and no fat or protein?
Yeah.
It's like, no. So I'm thinking of it in all those things. But then it's like, oh, you probably overshoot like insulin, and there's a word for it. I don't remember what it was, but very slightly, so that
Hmm.
it's not normally noticeable unless you add in exercise.
Yeah. Because then
So
you're
yeah,
like, oh, I have no carbs. They need some carbs.
yeah, there's nothing there, and your body's like,
There's nothing
ah.
there. Yeah, so he could. So, but then like okay, I work out fasted, right? So there's less carbs in my blood, and I am fine.
Yeah, yep,
I
yeah. I
don't
don't
know.
know. I mean, everybody's different. I don't
I
know.
don't know. I don't
I
know.
mean, I
To
I
me, I
almost
don't
think.
get lightheaded.
Well, that's why
Headed.
I think I almost think for him it might work out. It might make sense to work out fasted because there's no blood. Well, that doesn't really make sense either
That's what I'm saying.
because it's
Like if
like,
it's not there,
yeah,
what?
but it's what I'm seeing it is it's a combination of insulin being released to handle the blood sugar after eating and the exercise, whereas one or the other doesn't seem to impact it. So if he just exercises but there's not an insulin response because he didn't eat, then it would maybe be fine. But then if he eats and he has an insulin response and he exercises and so his muscles are pulling the glycogen, also the glucose out of the blood,
Yeah.
then it's like the double time effect. So how do we
Okay.
avoid the double time effect? It's like, we'll either work out without eating or before you eat a meal, right? So when you get home
Yeah.
from work, before, eating a snack or eating anything and then working out, just don't eat and work out and then eat after. Or when you eat, just wait a little while so that you're not having the compounding effect of both.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, okay, but like the point is that they're both taking
Yeah.
the sugar out of the blood, right? So what if
Yeah.
I don't have any sugar there because I haven't used it, or like I haven't eaten in so long?
Well, that's where your body's using what you have stored for energy for your workout. It's not using any like blood sugar in your bloodstream. It's using your stored nutrients, your
Well, then
stored body fat.
why doesn't his?
Because he has sugar in the bloodstream because it's there. So your body pulls it.
I'm
Like
confused.
if there's sugar in your bloodstream because you ate, your body's going to
Yeah.
use it.
Yeah.
It's not going to use it's only going to use your stored if you have nothing in your bloodstream.
I know, but never mind. Never mind.
No, this is interesting. Keep going.
No, I
Are you
just
saying
don't.
because if the insulin's shuttling it out, then because I think they're
Yeah.
doing it at the same time. So it's leaving faster and quicker. And it's leaving to like a drop. So like instead of it slowly being pulled from one
Oh,
source to
it's
the
the big
other,
drop that makes you feel that
yeah,
way.
it's because they're both coming in and pulling all of it all at the same time.
So
And
it's
then all
not
of a sudden
happening
it goes from
slowly.
high to low. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Duh. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's
Just
weird.
okay. Thank you.
Body things. Speaking of
Yeah.
that, should we talk about holiday calorie?
Sure, sure.
Minimizing the impact of holiday calories.
This is Jamie wanted to talk about this today, but she told me like 20 minutes before we were going to podcast, and she can come up with things in 20 minutes, but I can't do that. So
I think you can.
you,
I think you could. I think you can right now. I think as soon as I start talking, you're going to start coming up with ideas.
yeah, because I don't really, I haven't thought about it. Okay,
Yeah,
go
you
ahead.
don't have to think about it. You already know this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, how to minimize the impact of holiday calories. This is our holiday special edition, and you are not ready. You're like, okay, what the heck? All right, I just wrote down a bunch of tips that I
Clip that.
have. Clip it out.
I'm gonna
Oh,
clip it.
do you really want me to cut that out?
No, clip it, like meaning that you're going to clip it and then post it on social media. That's what
Oh,
they mean
yeah.
when they say clip it, not edit
Oh,
it.
clip it,
Yeah. Yeah.
clock it,
Yeah.
clock it. This is like a thing.
Clock it.
Clock it, and they do this. They pinch their fingers together, and I don't know why. Clock it.
I was just talking to Caleb this morning about like what kind of things do you guys say? I want to learn.
Just do that. Clock it,
Okay.
and you
I
know
was
six
telling
seven
him,
already.
yeah, I was telling him to go to school and say things that we used to say like step off my grill, son. So-
You said it so like you were like step off my grill, son. You were like step off my grill, son. Like
I know I didn't say it that way to him. I said it with more of a, you know, accent.
well, I asked my daughter. So I asked my son yesterday. I was like, "Hey, is 6 7 starting to go away?" He went, "No," and then he just walked away. So then my daughter, who I feel like is a little bit more descriptive with her language, I was like, "Hey, is 6 7 is starting to go away?" She was like, "Yeah, like people don't just randomly yell it anymore. Like it became a thing where their school had to ban them saying the number 6 7 because it was like they literally made a rule like if I hear you yell six
Wow.
seven, like you're in trouble." So she was like, people don't just yell it anymore, but like if the teacher's talking and he's like, oh, turn to page 67, like the kids will do this and they do the hand back and forth thing where you're kind of
Yeah.
going, and you're like shrugging.
Yeah.
She was like, kids will just lean over and like do that. So it's still around, but it's not like this obsessive thing anymore. I was like, you know what's funny is you're going to be my age and you're going to be on social media and a reel or whatever it is, it's going to come up and it's going to be like things that like kids of this generation will never understand. And it'll be like 6 7 and like moving your hands and your kids are going to be like, what, you guys are idiots, what is that, you're old, and you're going to send it to your brother like, ho ho ho, remember?
Yeah. Yeah, I was just,
Isn't that weird?
it is. Like, I was going through a bunch of the stuff that we used to say, and I'm like, oh, yeah, remember this, remember that. I don't even remember what they are, but I was like telling Caleb, and he was laughing because he thought they were so funny. And then, like, some of them, our parents probably had no idea what we were talking about when we were saying
Yeah,
some of these things. Yeah. Yeah.
it's so funny.
One more thing. So I saw a reel where this guy was like asking his daughter, little girl, like, what's Jesus doing? And she goes, 6 7, because he like had his hands out in the picture like
Oh.
this. It was like a picture of him doing that, and I'm like, it does look like he's. Oh, it was kind of funny, but she's like,
Yeah.
six. Should I rest on the sixth day or the seventh day? You know.
I saw a reel of it was like a 1 year old and it was the mom taking a video and it was like, what did Uncle Joey teach you? Show him what Uncle Joey taught you. And this little baby lifts up her hands and goes, Shasha, Shasha. And she's like falling over because she's like just a baby. And so now my
Yeah.
kids will do that. They'll just go, Shasha. Anyway. All right. How to minimize the impact of holiday calories. It's that
Okay.
time of year again. And it's more than just one meal. It's more than just Thanksgiving Day. It's more than just Christmas Day, right? It's like the fact that it's cold outside and you just want comfort food. It's the fact that you want to bake and everybody around you is baking and giving you cookies and cakes and all these things. And so, how do you minimize the impact of this time of the year, right? Did anything pop in your head already? You raised up your hand.
Yes, I have one. Limit cookies to just 10 a day.
10 a day. Awesome. Really glad you came prepared. As long as you only have 10 every day, you're
Just
golden.
10. You'll be fine.
Yeah, totally fine. She's
Fine.
joking. That's not true. You probably will not appreciate the effects if you have 10 cookies every day. I'm just
10
saying.
cookies. Especially sugar.
Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, or like we make these, I tried this new recipe and it's like a oatmeal. I love like oatmeal raisin cookies. This is an pumpkin spice oatmeal cookie with
Okay.
white chocolate chips.
I don't like white chocolate
Oh
chips.
my God, they're so good. Oh my God, they're so good.
Although that does sound
Now
good.
I want them. Yeah.
I'm not a big cookie person though.
Yeah, you're not a big anything person. What's your
No,
favorite
I
chip?
am.
I don't eat chips.
I do.
Pumpkin pie. I know you like pumpkin pie.
I do love pumpkin pie, but it's not something I'm gonna like eat a whole pie. You know, it's not something where I'm like, oh, there's pie there. I can't handle myself around that pie.
What is your favorite? I'm going to give you a thinking exercise. What is like one
Okay.
of your favorite, like, yeah, like sweets or desserts? Pumpkin pie.
Desserts. Pumpkin
Yeah, like
pie.
sweet things. Like compare it to cookies. Like for a lot of people, cookies. When you're saying you don't even really like cookies, what is something you do like a lot?
Pumpkin pie. Cheesecake. I do like I do like cookies like my grandmother used to always have like Italian cookies around. They're not as like sweet. I do like those.
Yeah, so like
Or
try
like
to
those Danish
imagine.
cookies in the tins.
Yes, those are really good. And the ones
Yeah,
that look
those
like
are good.
pretzels with little sugar. So
Yes.
imagine if you just had those around you a lot.
I would
Like
eat them.
cheesecake bites. Let's do little cheesecake bites that people are maybe are bringing over that are parties or
Uh-huh.
pumpkin pie bites. They're just like in your kitchen, they're around, you're wanting
And
to bake
see,
them.
that's more likely for me to grab and eat because I can just eat like one and I can come back and eat another one. Like whereas I'm not gonna take out a whole piece of pie and sit down
Yeah,
and eat it. Where like
that's
a
why I made
cookie
them
you
in
can just
bites.
grab. Yeah.
I would. I leave a fork in the container of the cake or the pie, and then you just, the fork's already there. And so you can just walk by and take a
Yeah.
bite. It's a really bad
Yeah.
idea, actually. Don't listen to my advice. How to manage
No.
the impact of holiday calories. Leave a fork in the pie so you can easily go by and take a bite. Don't do that.
I mean, the easiest way for me to minimize it is to not have it around because I literally
Yeah.
can't help myself. If it's there, I'm going to eat it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. One of the main things I think of when I think of like this time of the year and minimizing all of that is not trying so hard to minimize all of it. So yeah, I want to minimize it. Like you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to. I used to hate that feeling when I would start off the holiday season. I don't know if you ever did this. You start off the holiday season being like, all right, it's not going to be that bad. It's the time of the year. I'm going to enjoy the treats, but I'm going to keep active. I'm going to, really try to, minimize it basically, like almost like hyper evaluating. And then by the time like Thanksgiving and after Thanksgiving hit, like right around now, I would have given up. And every time there was something, I would just be eating and noshing. And then when it came time to eat a meal, I'd be like, F it. I'm just going to eat mac and cheese because it doesn't even matter at this point. And then by the time January came, I felt like disgusting. I felt awful.
Yeah.
I felt bloated and full and like chunky and puffy. I
Mm-hmm.
hated that feeling. Did you ever
Mm-hmm.
do that?
Not the whole, well, I'm going to give up and eat mac and cheese thing, but I have done the thing where I'm like, well, I've already eaten this much. I might as well have some more
Yeah.
cookies or do the other, um, yeah. And the other thing with me, do you remember when we talked about, and I'm sure a lot of people are like this, remember when we talked about like dopamine and like the cycle, right?
Yeah.
If I avoid it where I'm not eating much of this stuff at all, I can avoid it so much easier. Once I start and it becomes a little bit too much, I can't stop. And
Yeah.
it's just like I want it all the time. I
Yeah.
get in these like sometimes where I'm like, my nutrition is amazing and I don't even want to eat any of this stuff. And then I get in other moods like I am right now. I'm starting to come back down where I'm like, I just want all the food. And it's not really like just eating bad things. It's just like I always want food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so I do like to, one of the ways I like to minimize the impact is going in not hyper obs, and I know that takes time to get there, but like kind of planning on this being a time where you do eat a little bit more instead of trying to keep it. I feel like people, and what I used to do is you think that everything's going to be exactly the same. Like, oh, I'm going to keep my weight exactly the same. I'm not going to gain anything, instead kind of going into it and be like, no, this is can be a season where I lean in a little bit because that stuff's going to be around and I'm going to let it, loose a little bit, but I'm also going to use that. I'm going to make sure that I'm using those calories correctly and make sure that I'm still exercising and I'm using that fuel. And if I gain a little bit, it's okay. I know how to lose it, but I'm going to like more of like this idea of not trying to be perfect or the same way I would be any other time of the year. And like kind of that acceptance.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first one. But another one that I think of, and this is something that I've gone back and forth of on if I actually agree with like over the years, but weighing yourself every morning, I think can actually be, there's actually studies that show that people who weigh themselves every morning or at least have some form of monitoring, so even if they're taking inches or something like that, but scale weight, those people tend to do better at moderating themselves, like moderating their body weight and stuff. So it's obviously a fine balance. Like it's like a tightrope walk between like not obsessing over it. But for sure, if I see that scale start to creep up and it coincides with me being very loose with the things I've been grabbing and eating and not thinking about it, that's kind of my cue to be like, all right, you can pull back just a little bit. Doesn't mean stop completely. It means like, you know what you're doing and like pull back a little bit. Right.
Mm.
And when I just avoid that stepping on the scale, like, oh no, I'm just going to avoid it. It's holiday season. Like, no big deal. That's when like January comes and I'm like, what? 8 pounds, you know,
I don't think I've ever gained 8 pounds, but yes, I can see.
over like 2 months of just eating, 8 pounds is
No,
very realistic.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure it
That's
is.
how
Yeah,
I've found myself going from like 128 to, 140 and going, what?
yeah,
Because it's bloat
yeah,
too. It's
yeah,
bloat too.
yeah.
It's eating stuff late at night and, it's all that stuff. So some of it comes off real quickly, but yeah.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, so I'd be like, yeah, that's a lot of weight.
Yeah. For depending on how big you are, right? How tall you are and
Yeah,
stuff
I
like that. eight
guess.
pounds
Yeah,
can be a lot or a
for
little,
me,
but
8 pounds is is
8 pounds is a
little. I'm
lot.
so short. Yeah.
Yeah. 5
But
pounds,
but if you're a lot taller, it would be a lot easier to put on 8 pounds. Yeah.
I can very easily, right now, my weight likes to hover between 131 and like
Hmm.
133. And I feel really
Okay.
good there. But when I start to see it creep 133, 134, 135, 136, it's like I know what to do to kind of pull that down and adjust. But
Hmm.
if I don't pay attention to it, it's very easy to slip into, yeah, January. All right, I'm going to step on the scale. Let's see where we're at. And it's like 141. It's like, what
Yeah.
happened?
Okay.
Yeah. I know that I'm frozen right now and I look really weird, but you
You
can
do.
hear me.
I can hear you. You have your mouth is open.
There we go. It looked like I was going to come in for a kiss.
It's hard to have a conversation when you're frozen. I'm glad you're
Yeah, I
not
know.
anymore.
I know.
Yeah.
Another tip I had is avoid like, and this can be at your house, but this can also be at dinners with family and stuff like that, is avoid noshing at the TV, like noshing while you're in front of the TV or while you're distracted. Because your satiety cues kind of go out the window. And I know for me, I get this urge to like snuggle up on the couch and eat, like I want a snack, but I have a planned snack that I have at that time. So lately I've been into making this like Greek yogurt pumpkin spice dip for apples. So that's kind of fun because it takes a while to eat, and I'll purposely plan to eat that in front of the TV. But a lot of times, like if people are bringing snacks to the TV, or if you're like Thanksgiving and the game's on, or Christmas and people have the TV on and they have appetizers out and stuff, unless it's like veggies and fruit, I would say avoid like snacking, because your satiety cues go out the window and you end up eating a lot more calories. And then when you sit down at the table to actually eat the meal, you're like not even that hungry for the food that's actually really worth it, right?
Yeah, or portion it out. So like I'm gonna eat some chips, but I'm just gonna put a certain amount on my plate, and I'm not going back for any more.
Yes, I love that, pushing out instead of like eating from the bag or from the bowl and just like noshing at
Yes.
it. Like take the amount out, like make a decision of how much you plan to eat, put it in a dish,
Hmm.
and then stick to that.
Yeah.
That works really well. Also, if we're talking about meals that you're going to, like a party or an event or the actual day of, um, making sure that one thing I like to do is like have a big salad or fill up with protein and veggies beforehand. A lot of people like not eat or try to fast before going into these situations. And I say if you have like a big salad, or if you have like lots of veggies and protein and fiber ahead of time, then you're not only going to meet your nutrition goals that are going to help your body like handle all the excess calories anyway, like the protein being, thermic and fat burning effects and all that stuff. But you're going to be less hungry, which is going to lead you to less likely to overeat when you're at the event. And so it's going to help minimize that impact as well.
Okay.
Do you agree with that one?
I don't. I mean, that's not something I would do, but I could see it. It could help somebody else. But I don't think I have a hard time at an event, like not overeating.
But
Except
do
that I'm like,
you,
ooh, I want some of the pie or something like that. But I'm not gonna just sit there and snack. And I end up eating less sometimes when I go places. If it's, I don't know. I don't think that
yeah.
would help me specifically, but I could see how it could help somebody else
But if
if you're
you,
somebody who does that.
like, if you know that this big feast is coming up or there's a party or something, do you not eat ahead of time?
I eat breakfast, like for before Thanksgiving, for
Like, do
example. I
you
ate breakfast.
intentionally? Yeah, but do you intentionally like not eat or like think, oh, like all this food's coming up, I'm gonna hold back?
I used to so that I could eat more there. Or
And see, doesn't
yeah.
it kind of backfire?
No. It just, you know what it does is what it did, so this is why I don't do it anymore, is when I don't eat for long periods of time and then I do eat, I get very uncomfortable. So
My
if
stomach
I,
hurts.
yeah,
Like
I
I get
get
a
very
pain.
bloated
Yeah.
and I get a very, yeah, I'll get like a huge like stomach ache and and bad digestion things. So
Yeah.
so I need
Well,
to eat before.
what I used to do is I would restrict myself thinking, oh, I'm going to have like 1,000 calories tonight. So I'm barely going to eat and try to like lead up to that so I can. And then I would get there so hungry, so ravenous. I've built it up in my mind like, oh my gosh, I'm going to eat all this food. So then I'm just like, and then it's overboard. And then sometimes I don't feel well. Whereas I find if I'm conscious about the fact that, okay, I'm going to this event later. Maybe I am just going to have eggs and veggies and like a little piece of toast. I'm not going to have like the protein pancakes or whatever. Like I will like limit my carbs and my fats a little bit, but I'm making sure I'm eating lots of protein. I don't know what they're going to have there, so I'm going to have a little extra protein with my breakfast, extra protein. I might have a protein shake before I go there. If I'm at like a dinner, if there's a
Mhm.
salad, I'll eat a salad first before I have the main meal. So that kind of helps fill you up with that voluminous food before you go into the main meal. So then you end up eating less of the higher fat, higher carb, higher
Yeah.
calorie things. So it's kind of like a way. So you're kind of using the same concept as like I'm going to minimize the impact of this meal, but not by completely eliminating food, more like filling up on the stuff that is going to help you naturally. It's like the crowd don't restrict mentality.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's funny that as you're thinking about this, this isn't helpful for other people, but I'm just thinking about myself and the fact that I actually don't like overeat when I'm out places, and I don't choose like if there's things that I don't want that I just don't eat. Like I
Yeah.
really will, even if I'm starving. Like yeah, I don't like the feeling of being uncomfortable, especially if I'm around other people.
Yeah.
So I just end up like yeah,
I think your
it's funny.
relationship with food is probably really solid. And
Yeah,
I think that a lot, like I remember too vividly when my relationship with food was really effed up. And I think a lot of people are still like really effed up with their
yeah,
relationship with food and their body and all of that stuff. So
okay,
I
yeah.
think it can help minimize it for sure, especially the salad before your meal.
I would recommend eating something like not skipping food before you go.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
also, I always find that like you when you go to like a meal or you go to like a festive occasion, somebody always brings a salad. Like it's always there. Nobody's excited to eat it. Everybody's excited about everything else, and a lot of times the salad gets skipped. So I like to intentionally eat the salad first because I don't really want it either, honestly. Like I kind of want all these other amazing things that I never eat otherwise. I don't eat homemade mac
yeah,
and cheese, like corn pudding. I always eat crazy.
yeah.
Like that's what I want, but I fill up the salad first. And part of it's like I need this nutrition, and part of it's like I will naturally eat less of the other stuff because I'm now have a little bit more high volume, low calorie food
Hmm.
in my stomach. Same thing with water, staying hydrated. Like it's so easy to get dehydrated when it's cold outside and you're drinking less often and you're just taking sips to like satiate yourself. But if you are drinking lots of water, especially going into like sitting down at a dinner table or something like that, that can really help. Just staying hydrated is so important, and for digestion as well. And you're laughing and I'm wondering why.
I'm laughing because we are so different. Because my brain is like, but if I drink lots of water, I'm gonna have to pee the whole time I'm at this party, and I don't
Oh
want
my
to pee
god,
20
that's
times. I don't
funny.
want to have to use their bathroom like over and over again. So I don't want to drink a lot of water.
But what's your normal amount of water? Do you drink less than your normal amount?
I do when I'm over at other people's houses.
You
Yeah, because
do.
I don't want to pee 500 times.
Why?
Yeah, because it's
I can understand if you're on a road trip and you don't want to stop the car because that's
it's
legitimately inconvenient,
anxiety,
but
Jamie. It's
there's already a
anxiety.
bathroom. Use it.
It's an anxiety issue. What if someone's in the bathroom? I don't like being in the bathroom. And then what if someone knocks on the door? Like it's all of these things that go through your brain as an anxious person.
Oh my gosh.
You
Fine,
have to
don't
plan
drink
out
water.
everything.
Okay, don't drink water then. You
I'm
know
just
what?
kidding.
Don't go to the parties. You can avoid
That's
all of this by not
the
going.
answer. That's the answer. This is why people like me don't like going to parties because we overthink everything.
Well, if you don't overthink everything, then drink lots of water because you're
Drink
going
lots
to
of water if
notice.
you have a problem using the bathroom. Um, I mean, if you're drinking alcohol, you have no problem using the bathroom. But when you drink alcohol, then you're like, I'm not anxious anymore.
That's
I'm just
true.
going to use the bathroom 20 times.
Which goes into my next tip. Be conscious of your alcohol intake because
Yeah.
alcohol naturally lowers your inhibitions and you start
Eh,
snacking.
yeah.
So I like to have beverages that are like half sparkling water, half whatever it is. So you're getting the hydration in, and then balance it with like having a full glass of water after. You have to have a full, either like a diet soda or like a sparkling water with lime, or even just a glass of water is your next drink. Don't just go from alcoholic drink to alcoholic drink. Like space it out, and you have to drink that other like very hydrating drink before you can have your next alcoholic drink. That's kind of like my rule for myself when I'm in those situations in order to lower the amount of alcohol I'm drinking. Do you agree with that one?
I don't drink alcohol, so
Yeah. This game has become Jamie gives a tip. Let's see if Laura can disagree. Let's see. Oh, you'll agree with this one.
I just feel like I'm not helpful at all because I can't relate. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think it's funny though because it's like, oh, okay. Like some people
Even
think differently.
even your thing about like eat, like don't limit it. Like I'm like, but I have to be like, you can't eat that. But I guess it's more like making a rule of, if you're like going back to the cookies, right? I'm going to eat. I'm allowed 2 cookies a day, and that's what I'm going to eat. And I'm not going to eat any more than that. I can do that, but if there's no like rules or regulations, I might eat way too many cookies.
I agree with you. I think that there should be like one of my things on here is if you are somebody that bakes, because that's one of the things I like to say is like, don't have it around, right? Don't have it around. But I've
Yeah.
worked with so many people that I have so many people that are like, I can't not have it around. I love to bake. It brings me joy. This is what we do this time of the year. My kids want to bake, and telling them to just bake like, well, put protein powder in it and use oat flour. Like, no, I don't want to do that. I
No,
want to
that's
make
dumb.
no, like so it's just like people are going to bake. Some are not. Some are. Some are always going to have cookies in their house at this time of the year or like treats in their house at this time of the year. So I like to say if that's going to be the case, then fine, but give yourself a rule or regulation. I say one per day. So crowd don't restrict. If you're going into breakfast, lunch, dinner, and you're grabbing the cookie because you walked in the kitchen and there's the cookies and you're getting ready to prepare yourself a meal, like, no, you have to eat the entire meal first and then have one. And you can have one every single day. And you can eat as slow as you want, whatever as you want, or two, or whatever. Depends on the size of the treat, right?
You know what else too is when you eat really healthy throughout the day, like if you eat all the good stuff, right? And then you eat that cookie, it actually does, it's like it makes you happy. It's like that little
Yeah.
treat. Whereas if you eat like garbage all day and then you eat the cookie, it doesn't have the same effect.
It's just like impulse eating and you're not
Yeah.
even enjoying it the same way.
Yeah, like I've been eating much better lately, and I've been allowing myself a couple pieces of chocolate for a treat, and I'm like, oh, this tastes so good, and it's nice. And
Yeah.
it's like, but if I ate like crap and then I ate the chocolate, I'm like, oh,
Yeah. Yep.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Definitely. So I do believe in a little bit of restriction and control.
Okay.
The other one I was going to say is move, like movement. Like it's people are getting less steps anyway because it's cold, but especially after you eat big meals, this goes with the insulin thing we were talking about with Donovan. Like when you move after you eat, your body uses the sugars that are in your blood and uses the calories that you just consumed, and it can increase your metabolism more after a heavy meal. It's one of the best ways to like lower the impact of something that you just ate is just going for a long walk afterwards. And I'm always surprised by how many people like movement is just not in their day, especially after something like that. All they want to do is sink into the couch. And I get that. I want to do that too. But I will feel like jittery and icky if I don't like go get some fresh air, go move. Like when people play football after Thanksgiving dinner and stuff like that is such a healthy tradition to have. Like get outside and move and breathe the fresh air and get sunshine if you have any that day.
I was going to disagree until you said football, and then I'm like, I can't.
For were you for real going to disagree with taking
No,
a walk? Oh my
I was
god.
just going to disagree just to mess with you, but
I
then you
was
added
like
the
there's
football. I'm
no
like, no, I
way.
can't.
You can't disagree with me saying you should take a walk.
No, I feel so much better after I go for a walk, especially if it's outside and fresh air. We did that on Easter, I think it was. After we, ate and everything, we went out and went for a nice walk by the creek, and it was nice. It was nice.
Yes. It's
Yes, and it felt so good.
so
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Let's see if I have one that you can agree with.
Okay,
Oh, I think I'm done. I only have one left.
All right. See if
I
I
like I
really.
like this 3-bite rule. Have you heard of that? Or like something along the lines? It's kind of like the idea of if you okay, like one cookie a day, two cookies, whatever. But there's other times where you just kind of know you shouldn't eat like a whole slice of pumpkin pie, or you want the pumpkin pie but you also want the cheesecake or whatever it is. Just have 3 bites, because 3 bites of a very rich thing is often enough to get the full effect of like feeling it, but you don't go to the point, when something just becomes too rich and too savory and you're like, all right, I'm only eating this because it's in front of me right now, not because I'm still enjoying it. But I feel like
Mhm.
3 bites is enough to truly enjoy it, truly savor it, and then you can stop. So you had some, and then you can stop. So I do this with cheesecake. You'll never catch me eating an entire slice of cheesecake. And maybe this is messed up, but those shits have like 800 to 1,000 calories a slice. And I just can't. I can't fathom. Plus, they're just so rich. The last time I had a bite of cheesecake, I was like, that's amazing, but I can't imagine wanting more than like 3 bites of this. You're like, man, no problems here.
Nope, I can down that cheesecake.
uh
No problem.
or
Yeah.
like we recently had a strawberry rhubarb pie in our fridge because it was my
Hmm.
husband's birthday and we had a couple pies, and that one's one of my favorites. I see that I'm frozen again. My forehead looks old in that one. You see that? That looks awful. Mm.
Have you got any more Botox?
No, no.
No,
I can't reason it.
no, it's
Yeah, I
expensive.
can't reason it. I think the filler under my eyes is still there, but I think it's starting to go away. So we'll see. I don't know. It's supposed to be there for like a year. So
Okay.
we'll see. I'm still kind of watching to see, because that was my favorite. The Botox, I was kind of like, if I have to do this every 2 months, like just so I can not, I don't know. I don't see myself keeping up with that.
Yeah,
But the
I could
filler,
use
I
it.
loved the effects so much that I could see myself do, especially if it lasts a long time. So we'll see. TBD. TBD.
Okay.
But what was I saying? A 3-bite roll cheesecake. Oh, the pie. We had this pie in our fridge, and I shouldn't be eating pie every day, so I kind of used the 3-bite rule for that. I was like, so okay, I can 3 bites. So I just have 3 bites a day of this or whatever. And I can have like them sporadically, or I can have them all in one sitting. But I ended up doing sporadically. I could have a bite in the morning, a bite in the afternoon, a bite at night of this pie, literally. And then
Okay.
my son realized it was there, and then he was like, can I have some pie? I was like, yeah, the fork's in the thing, just go finish it. The fork was already there because I did just taking
Did
bites
you
throughout the
just
day. But
eat
I
it
like
right
that
out
three
of
bite.
the?
just
Okay.
just take the whole thing out of the fridge. The fork was already in there, just take a bite, eat it, put it back in the fridge. But three a day works really well for me.
I don't know
You
if I agree with
disagree?
that. I
Why?
disagree because
Why?
because because it feels like picking at things
Oh, I
instead of
love
like
picking.
sitting down and eating, whereas the picking is where I usually just end up eating way too much, whereas if I sit down and eat it and make it into like a, what I'm trying to say, like if I took
Yeah,
the slice and sat down and ate it, even if I cut off enough where it was like 3 bites, then that would work maybe, but sitting there and eating it out of the thing, nope, I feels
that's
too.
funny. That's one of those different people things. My husband hates picking at things. Like if I pick at something, he's always like, serve yourself some and have a seat. And I'm like, I don't want to serve myself some. I only want one bite. And if I put one bite
Yeah.
on a plate, I have now dirtied a plate for one bite. I don't need to
Mm-hmm.
do that. Then like there was this Jello mold cake that was out the other day, and it's very coconutty. It's like a coconut Jello over top of like regular Jello, so it's good, but it's only good for like the first bite, and then it's like too much. And I walked by it and I picked up the fork, and Donovan goes, will you please just serve yourself some? I was like, I don't want some. I want one bite. So I'm going to have one bite.
Yeah.
I like picking at
Okay.
things. Yeah.
I do too. I just don't think it's a good habit.
Oh, well, if you already do it and you're not going to completely get rid of the habit, and knowing like it's kind of nice. Like I don't know, like I don't have a habit. I've been able to take that as like a habit and like make it something that works. Like I know what I can pick at and what I can't. Like so I'm a picky person. So if I have cut up peppers in the fridge, I'm one of those people that I'll walk by and I just want to grab something. And if the peppers are there, that's what I'll grab. And so it's like I'm
Yeah.
transitioning it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like the pie. It's like, well, I can have 3 bites today. So, or I used to like, if I get into like, I want to nosh on like, I don't know, if we have a certain chips around or goldfish or whatever I feel like noshing, I'll serve myself a portion in like a container with a lid on it, and I'll keep it on the counter. And I know that portion, so if I'm tracking, I know that I've had a serving so I can track it, but I get to pick at it also. So I can walk by and pick at it throughout the day. And whenever it's gone, it's gone. Like I
Mm.
like to pick. So I find ways to make it work within my structure. And that's one of them.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, and for me it's Brazil nuts. I'll just like go and eat a Brazil nut and then
Yeah.
eat another one or like some sunflower seeds or something.
Oh, I'm
I don't
really
know
into
why, because they're
sunflower
easy
seeds.
to grab,
Yeah.
you know. Already shelled though. I
Oh, we
normally
have,
like the ones that you break apart, but
yeah, it's like an
I put the
activity.
other ones in like my shake because I need more vitamin E or whatever. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna yeah, because I'm that weirdo. But no, instead I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna eat some and not in my shake because they're good.
Oh, look at you. I disagree with that. I think that's wrong.
I don't know if I have anything to add. I it's this is a hard topic for me because I don't know. It's I mean it's the same things as you would have to do throughout the rest of the year, and the same tips of like, try not to keep it around. Try to, you know,
Yeah.
limit yourself or let yourself have a little bit of it, but that's it. Stuff like that, you know?
You're just like, would you say you're like disconnected from the feelings of like that maybe people struggle with? Like you're just so far from that. And
Maybe.
it's so logical in your head. So it's hard to
Yeah.
like, you
It's
know?
hard to like how's yeah, yeah, I guess maybe. Like
Yeah.
because like when you were talking about like eat before you go to the event or whatever, and I'm like, is the event that big of a deal though? It's one day.
Yeah. For some people it
It's
is.
fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine. Like I think my advice is, you know, don't sweat it.
Well, that's
Just
my I did have one more on here and it's just get back on track the next day. Oh, I like this one actually. Get back on track the next day. And I actually kind of like this rule of like, we're not doing holiday leftovers. Sorry. Unless they're holiday leftovers that fit what you need. It's like turkey, obviously. Like, yeah, turkey. Even mashed
yeah.
potatoes, depending on how they're made. But like maybe don't take home the
I
stuffing and the green bean casserole and the all the other things. Like just save that for the one day and then say no thanks to the leftovers. And or if you're just so obsessed with Thanksgiving, there's some people that are like Thanksgiving leftovers are better than Thanksgiving dinner, then do it just the one day and then be done with it. But it's not something that should be going on and on and on because that's where the snowball is going to happen.
I agree with that. My like I'm the one who brings the pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving, and there was leftovers. So my mom's like, "Do you want to take the pie home?" And I'm like, "Nope, I do, but I
Yep.
don't."
Yeah.
Like, you can have
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Yes, I agree with that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have one little random story.
All right, I
Do you
have
have
one
anything else?
topic too
All right,
that
go ahead.
reminded
Do
me
your
with everything you were
topic.
saying.
I'll do
Okay, I
my
saw
small
this
story next week.
on Instagram. It was a question of, I think it was $15 million or something like that. So if you had to eat 5,000 calories of one food, so that's the only thing that you're going to eat that day, 5,000 calories of it to win $15 million, what would you eat?
I could eat 5,000 calories of a specific food without having to win money on it, end of it. Do you know how
No,
easy that
no,
would be?
it's not easy. 5,000 calories. Do you know how much food that is? You're going to be
Depending on the
uncomfortable
food.
and feel like crap. Like, really think about it. Really think about what is 5,000 calories and how much of that thing you
Well,
would have to eat.
because I know in one of those big ass Costco slices of pizza, there's 700 calories each. I'd have to
Mm-hmm.
eat more than 5 slices in a day. But still, $15 million, I could do that. No problem.
5,000
5,000 calories is a
calories
lot. Of one food.
of one food, and that's all you get to eat that day. So I'm just like, what would you pick?
Well,
You wouldn't do that.
so
You wouldn't do that for 15. Like, if you weren't going to get $15 million, would you just eat
I
six
do it
slices of
for,
pizza?
but 15 million is a lot. I do that for 1 million, a single million.
Okay, fine. That's
I'm
not the
just
point.
saying that like
The
15
point
million is a
is you're
lot.
supposed to pick one food that you think that would make it easier, like
Like
would be the easiest for you to do.
for 15 million, like I'll eat 10,000 calories in a day of one food.
Oh no,
For
you would
15
not.
million. For 15 million? Yes, I
Oh,
would.
you would, but you would throw up and you would lose.
Sure. What? You lose if you throw up? You didn't
Sure.
tell me
It's
that.
not in your stomach anymore.
The rule wasn't that it has to stay in your stomach. The rule was that you have to eat it.
Fine, you have to eat it and
You need to
digest it.
identify the rules. It has
Okay.
to stay in your stomach.
Uh-huh.
All right. It's funny because I think okay, so like pizza, I have to be like more than 5 of these giant slices of pizza. I think I could do that. I might be
It's
full and
over six.
uncomfortable.
It's over six. Six
Okay.
times seven is 48, so
Good
480
job with your
calories.
math. Got it.
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry.
from midnight to midnight, right? So I could wake up in the middle of the night at 1 a.m., have a slice of pizza, go back to
That's not
bed, have
wrong.
another
I did my math wrong. That's not even right.
six times.
It's
Well,
42. So it's 40. So you need seven. You need seven pieces. Seven times seven is
700
49.
calories. Damn, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. But still, I can like
Wow.
wake up at midnight. I can wake up at like 12:30 in the morning, eat a slice of pizza, go back to bed, and I could spread that out midnight to midnight, right? I think I could do that. I don't think it would be that bad. But the weighing the balance thing here is like, do I risk being very full and shoving it down, or do I risk like I could just drink oil all day?
Oh, that sounds disgusting.
I know, but
No.
like you know that there's no risk of losing. Like if I'm going to get $15 million, I might really want to minimize the risk of throwing up or feeling too full to complete it. And if I just drank oil all day, I think I could do it. I think I'd minimize my risk of completing it. Can you think of a middle ground food? Peanut butter?
Oil. Oil
Oil,
sounds disgusting.
it doesn't
You'd
take up
have
any room in your stomach. It's
no,
very high
no, no.
calorie.
It like if I oil did not that would not agree with me. I would throw that shit up. Like, no.
Mm.
Yeah, no.
So what would you eat?
Oil. Cheesecake.
Oh, that's cheesecake all day. I don't think I'd be able to do that.
I because it's so heavy in calories.
What about just cheese?
Pizza. I didn't really like. I don't know how big those Costco slices are, but a general slice of pizza is like around 2 to 300, like 350
These
maybe
pieces of pizza
calories.
are like double that size, and they're covered in like thick cheese, gooey cheese.
So yeah, so that's yeah. But a normal, I was thinking like because I was thinking maybe pizza, but if you break that apart, like how many slices of pizza would I need? Maybe like if they're 250 a piece, I would need so much math, like 20
Well, that's where like if you just eliminate the carbs, because the
20
carbs are gonna like take up space for fewer calories. And so could I just eat cheese or oil or like something like fat has higher double the calories for per
yeah.
gram. So I could eat less volume of food and get the calories in quicker and have more of a chance of winning. So I might want to
Yeah.
eliminate the carbs from the whole entire situation. That's why I said just drink oil, but maybe I would just eat cheese all day. I think I
I
could eat
don't, I
5,000
don't,
calories of
it would
cheese.
gross me out. Like, I'm just thinking about, like, I would eventually get sick if I did that. I just wouldn't.
You wouldn't get
The guy,
sick from eating 17 slices of pizza in a day?
oh no, I would. That's why I said not pizza.
Well,
It's a
so if you're
cheesecake,
going
which
to,
is like a
oh
piece of
yeah, cheese.
cheesecake might be like 800 calories. I could do that, you
You
know?
could eat like 6 or 7 slices of cheesecake in a
That's
day.
over seven. Yeah. Seven slices, or no, that's not over seven. It's like,
You don't think you'd
six.
get
Yeah.
sick from that?
My math is so off today. No, I could eat six slices of cheesecake.
Oh, God, this sounds awful. I could not.
Just
I think
thinking about it.
I'm going to go with cheese. I'm going to say give me a block of cheddar and I will just work my way through it. I can cut it into blocks. Oh, you know what? Because you can have it in different ways. So I can, oh my gosh, give me a block of cheddar. Because you know what I can do? I can eat chunks of it. I can
Uh-huh.
shred it. So I can like spread, I can just like pick it sprinkles all day. I can also like toast it into little crispies and then melt
Okay.
it and then dip the crispies in the melted. So like I'm getting different texture. Cheese. My answer is cheese. I can do so
Okay.
many different things with it, get so many different textures and win 15 million at the same time.
I had a thought, but it disappeared.
The only right answer is cheese.
It's cheese.
I've come to that
Okay.
conclusion. Yeah, the only right answer for anybody is cheese.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. So the guy in the video said he thought about all different things and he was saying his reasons why that wouldn't work, how many things he would have to eat. And he settled on a container, like he said he would have to eat like two, and I forgot two of them. It was like a container of uh maybe it might have been peanut butter. So it was like pretzels with peanut butter in the middle.
Oh yeah.
Peanut butter pretzel. I don't know what
Yeah.
you'd call them.
Peanut butter pretzels, they're addicting. They're so
And I'm
good.
like, you know what? I probably could do that. That would be
Yeah.
probably plausible. Yeah.
Two entire containers though? Those
It was like,
containers are like,
yeah, it was a big container.
yeah, they're from
It was
Costco. They're
like,
big.
yeah.
I don't think I could do that.
It was like two or two and a half or something like that. I don't remember how many it was.
No, I'm going to go with cheese.
5,000 calories is a lot of calories.
Yeah. I think I could do it with cheese. So versatile.
I feel like frustrated with my brain because normally I'm very good at math, and I'm like, that's 48. No, it's 42, dummy. Like, why did I say that? Like, that's a Jamie thing to do.
Thanks.
And now I'm like, I feel like a loser.
What the hell? That's so messed up. I think I'm offended.
No, it's just me.
You can
Like,
expand
it's
on
normally
that
something I'm good at, and then my brain's like, no, we're going to give you the wrong numbers. It's because I'm on a podcast and I'm like nervous or something.
next week. You can expand and just do math for us. Show us how good you are at it.
Correct. That's what I will do. Be like,
Awesome.
6 times 7 is 42.
6, 7.
6 times 8 is 48, not 7, dummy.
There you go. You corrected it. Good job. All right. Thanks for listening. I hope all my tips were so helpful to you.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I ruined this entire
No, you
podcast
didn't.
the whole time.
It was fun. Thank you so much for listening. We will see you next week.
All right.
Bye.